Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yamunatira Vanachari. Yamunatira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Gopiyana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopiyana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yamunatira Vanachari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Radha Vallabha Radha Vallabha Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Vallabha Radha Vallabha Sri Radhe Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Sri Sri Gauranitai ki Jai, Sri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki Jai, Sri Sri Radha Vallabha ki Jai, Grandara Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki Jai, Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Bo. Thank you so much for being here today, Ekadasi Day, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam class. And also it's a very auspicious day because today we start a very beautiful festival, Julan Yatra. So the topic for today in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam will be a little bit touching about what is the meaning of the Julan Yatra festival. So perhaps we can talk a little bit about the Dasi Day also, but mainly about this important text of Bhagavatam, the glories about the holy name. So before starting, so let's invoke praise Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanang Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayanudhiraje Nasta Prajeshu Vadesu Nityam Bhavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavaiti Naistikim So today's text is Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 6, The Demigods and Demons Declare a Truce. Text number 15. If you can repeat after me, please. Aham giritras chasurada yoje. Daksada yogner ivaheta vaste. Kimba vidame sapritak vidata. Vidam vidatsa samno dvijadeva mantram. Aham giritras chasurada yoje. Daksada yogner ivaheta vaste. Kimba vidame sapritak vivata. Vidat swasamno dvijadeva mantram. Aham giritras chasurada yoje. Daksada yogner ivaheta vaste. Kimba vidasa pritak bivata. Vidam swaksamno dvijadeva mantram. If you can repeat, please, yourself.
Aham giritras chasuradayo ye.
Aham giritras chasuradayo ye. Daksada yogner ivaheta vaste. Kimba vidame sapritak vivata. Vidat swam samno dvijadeva mantram. Aham giritras chasuradayo ye. Daksada yogner ivaheta vaste. Kimba vidame sapritak vivata. Vidat swasangno dvijadeva mantram. Ladies, please. Aham giritras chasamedaraye. Dakshada yogne rivaheta vaste. Imbajum lome pritakavame. Vivatsa samno dvijadeva mantram. Aham giritras chasuradayo ye. Daksada yogne rivaheta vaste. Kimba vidame shapritak vivata. Vida swasam no me dvijadeva mantra. Ahangiritras Suradayoye. Vitsa Vidame Giravleta Vaste. Kimba Vidame Sakrita Vivata. Vidat Sasano Duyadeva Mantra. Anyone else? Okay, translation word by word. If you can repeat after me, please. Aham, I, Lord Brahma. Giritra, Lord Shiva. Cha, also. Sura Adaya. All the demigods. Ye, as we are. Daksha Adaya. Headed by Maharaj Daksha. Agni, of fire. Iva, like. Ketava, sparks. Te, of you. Kim, what. Va, either. Vidama, can we understand? Isha, O my Lord. Pritak Vibhataha, independently of you. Vidatswa, kindly bestow upon us some good fortune. Na, ours. Divya Deva Mantram, the means of deliverance suitable for brahmanas and demigods. Translation. I, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and all the demigods, accompanied by the Prajapatis like Daksha, are nothing but sparks illuminated by you, who are the original fire. Since we are particles of you, what can we understand about our welfare? O Supreme Lord, please give us the means of deliverance that is suitable for the brahmanas and demigods. Purport. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīmad Prabhupada. In this verse, the word Dvija Deva Mantra is very important. The word mantra means that which delivers one from the material world. Only the Dvijas, the Brahmanas, and the Devas, the demigods, can be delivered from material existence by the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is quite important. Deliverance can be done or can be obtained only by the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whatever is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a mantra and is suitable for delivering the conditioned souls from mental speculation. The conditioned souls are engaged in an entangle for existence. Mana shostanindriyani prakriti stani karshati. Deliverance from this struggle constitutes the highest benefits, but unless one gets a mantra from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, deliverance is impossible. The beginning mantra is the Gayatri mantra. Therefore, after purification, when one is qualified to become a Brahmana, Dvija, he is offered the Gayatri mantra. Simply by chanting the Gayatri mantra, one can be delivered. This mantra, however, is suitable only for brahmanas and demigods. In Kali Yuga, we are all in a very difficult position, in which we need a suitable mantra that can deliver us from the dangers of this age. Therefore, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his incarnation as Lord Chaitanya, gives us the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, kalo nasti eva, nasti eva, nasti eva gatir anjata. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. In his Shikshastaka, Lord Chaitanya says, Paran Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanan. All glories to the chanting of Sri Krishna Sankirtan. The Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is directly chanted by the Lord himself, who gives us the mantra for deliverance. We cannot invent any means to be delivered from the danger of material existence. Here, even the demigods, such as Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, and the Prajapatis, such as Daksha, are said to be like illuminating sparks in the presence of the Supreme Lord, who is compared to a great fire. Sparks are beautiful as long as they are in the fire. In the fire. Similarly, we have to remain in the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and always engage in devotional service. For then, we shall always be brilliant and illuminating. As soon as we fall from the service of the Lord, our brilliance and illumination will immediately be extinguished, or at least stop for some time. When we, living entities who are like sparks of the original fire, the Supreme Lord, fall into the material condition, we must take the mantra from the Supreme Personality of Godhead as it is offered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, we shall be delivered from the difficulties of this material world. Wow. Oram Gyanati Mirandasya, Gyanan Gyana Salakaya, Chakshurulumitan Jena, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Mukhaṁ Karoti Vachalam, Fangung Langayate Girin, Jad Kripatamaham Bande, Sri Guru Dinatarinam, Paramananda Vardhanan, Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale, Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale, Śrīmate Sri Hanuma Pesak Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaura Vani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunjavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Well, just setting the context a little bit, at this point, this is, as far as I understand, the last prayers that Lord Brahma and the demigods are offering to the Lord before the Lord gives that instruction that what they need. actually responding to the needs that what they are requesting. So initially we saw in this chapter, previous chapter, beautiful prayers that Lord Brahma was offering on behalf of all demigods to Kshirodakasaya Vishnu. So they went to the milk ocean, Swetadev, to appeal to the Lord for protection because they were having difficulties facing the demons. So Lord Brahma started offering prayers, glorifying the Lord, His divine qualities, His nature, and also understanding what is the nature of the living entity and the relationship that we have. More than that, also what the purpose of the creation, how the creation takes place, what is the purpose of that. So it's quite philosophical explanation of what's going on around as well. So the Lord was very pleased, and He appeared. There was a lot of light, a lot of illumination that they weren't able to see what's happening, because it's so bright that we don't have the capacity, well, the demigods, sorry, they don't have the capacity to see it, what to say about us. So gradually the Lord is becoming more visible to their eyes. And then at that point, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva approached a little bit more to the Lord and started offering these beautiful prayers, these last few prayers. And as yesterday, for example, was mentioned that Lord Brahma said, well, my Lord, you know everything, you know what's happening, so we don't need to inform you. You know better what is good for us, so we request your guidance. So that was the prayers of yesterday. And today it's a little bit more specific. This prayer is more like, as Lord Brahma said, well, we are sparks, part of you, we are your part and partial, so, but we are very minute, so we don't know what is good for us. That's a quite important point that I would like to emphasize, because I thought that we can explore a little bit about this. He said that we are very minute, small parts of you, and we don't know what is good. So please tell us what is the way or what is the means for us to get deliverance. So, in my understanding, at this point, Lord Brahma specified the main point that is showing or is presenting is the knowledge that who we are. He's setting that premise. I'm a sparkle of, I'm a part and partial of you. So it's important to understand who we are. But who we are in relationship to the Lord, in relationship to the Supreme Lord. And in this point, Lord Brahma, having the real knowledge, he is the head of our Sampradaya. We belong to the Brahma Madhu Gaudiya Sampradaya. So Lord Brahma is giving us the example and the ways how we should also practice this process. So the importance of cultivating real knowledge. So who we are. So it's not just the demigods, it's not just Lord Brahma, it's all the living entities. We are part and parcels of the Lord, sparkles from that big fire. And immediately, but this understanding, this knowledge, naturally comes the submissive attitude, means being humble. Lord Brahma, by saying, well, we are part and parcel of you, but because we are minute parts, we don't know what is better for us. So what that means, he is showing the humble attitude for inquiring. It's not just demanding, it's not posting his needs or their needs as demigods and requesting help. It's first of all submissive attitude. And then, with that submissive attitude, then you can request, you can present your request to the Lord. So this is quite interesting point, very subtle, that I thought, wow, this is very important. Real knowledge automatically, immediately, will evoke the natural tendency of the soul to be humble. So real knowledge means to be humble too. Yes, Prabhu.
Attitude of servitude. Attitude of servitude.
The service attitude, yes. Yes, because who we are in relationship to the Lord, so we have an independent, it's in a minute independence, but our existence, it's depending from the Lord, depending of the Lord based in a loving relationship. And that relationship is subordinate from our side, so serving, as you mentioned, the service attitude. Yes. So the point that we were trying to mention is that real knowledge naturally brings along humility. So if we said that we have knowledge, we are advanced, if you want to say, you can naturally, you will display being humble. No point to being proud of because I have knowledge, I know, because doesn't match with what actually real knowledge is. So, and also another important point that we can say at this point is that because all of us, we share this nature, being sparks from the fire, we are part and parcel of the Lord. So all the living entities, we share the same position. So there is no point to one is better than the other, one is less than the other, because we have the same nature. So this knowledge naturally will help us to see each other with the same eyes. I'm no more better than you, I'm no less than you. But because we are connected with the Supreme Lord, or because our existence depends on that loving relationship with the Lord, in the sense that we are eternal. We are part and separated energy of the Lord. That's another point that in the text, in the purport, Prabhupada quote the text of Bhagavad Gita 15:7. I wrote here. Bhagavad Gita 15:7. If you have your mobile phones, you can have a look. It's a very important text. It's very much the same purpose that Srila Prabhupada wrote in this chapter, in this Bhagavatam text. 15:7. Prabhupada says, the text says, the living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to the conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the 6 senses, which includes the mind. So, in the purport, Prabhupada nicely explained about this point of we as sparks, part of the fire, part and parcel of the Lord. And the word that he emphasizes more as Sanatan, as eternal parts, eternal sparks, part and parcels of the Lord, separate energy. In that sense, he nicely presented an example of sometimes people can be confused as if we have parts and parcels, it's like a pot if it's broken. So we can join the parts, we can glue them, and eventually will be one pot. So Prabhupada said, no, it doesn't work in that way, because these parts and parcels are eternal, separate energy of the Lord. We cannot glue them and become one with God. They say that there is a philosophy that, okay, we are sparks of the fire, we have to join to the main fire and become one. Prabhupada immediately clarified this point. No doubts about, it's no point, because Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita emphasized the word Sanatana, eternally. These energies are separate energy eternally. So in that way, emphasize the point of independence, minute independence. We are part and parcels of the Lord, but eternally separate, but our existence is fully expressed when it's in connection with the Lord. Prabhupada in the purpose also used the word the brightness, the illuminating feature of the soul, depending in the connection with the Lord. Like that spark is beautiful when it's connected with the fire. So what that means is that for us, separated energy of the Lord, independent energy of the Lord, separates energy. For the fully expressing the qualities of our existence must be connected with the source, with the Supreme Lord. And that connection is through, as Prabhu said, service, devotional service in a loving mood. So all of us share the same nature. So the purpose especially in this text, Prabhupada mentioned that we forgot about that tendency, that nature of us is covered. So we need to discover, remove those coverings that we have because of misconception. In the purpose of 15.7 Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada nicely explains that because of our false understanding of our identity, due to the false ego, means the mind, so we have wrong understanding who we are, and because of that wrong understanding, we are struggling in our existence in this material creation, because of that wrong understanding. So the idea is to change that understanding, and here our head of the Sampradaya, Lord Brahma, is showing us, giving us light about what is the real understanding about our identity. Somebody can tell us or can say what is our identity? Clearly said it here by Lord Brahma. Pardon? That's right. Yes, you got it. That is the point. That is the real knowledge. And it's clearly stated here by Lord Brahma and our Srila Prabhupada elaborating the purpose. So the real knowledge is that we are part and parcel of the Lord, so we are eternal. That is our real identity. And whatever we experience right now, based on our bodily structure, our mind, it's just temporary understanding. It's a cover knowledge of who we are. It's not a real understanding. So when we act based on that wrong understanding of our identity, naturally will come pride, considering one is better than the others, because based on the external aspect, we will find differences. So then we will discriminate, oh, this is better, this is wrong, this is bad, but based on external features. But if we go deeper, real understanding of our identity, we all share the same nature. So nobody is better than others. all of us, we are the same. And also very important point is that the living entity as a spiritual soul, it's always the same, eternal. It will never change. It will never become something better, because we are eternal in that is our nature, eternal. What is changing when we practice a spiritual process is how we express that beauty, that spiritual nature that we have. By practicing a spiritual process, like here, the demigods are asking a means by which we can deliver ourselves from that entanglement, wrong understanding of ourselves. When we practice a process, naturally we'll awaken what is real in us. So when we are perfecting the practices of a process, we will show more about what is the beauty of our identity. In that way, we can say that spiritual soul or that devotee is more advanced than others because they are showing more about their spiritual qualities. So, but the potential to be pure and show all these spiritual qualities is in all of us. We all have the same nature. So this is one point that I thought it would be quite important to mention. And also, another important point that Prabhupada in this purpose nicely emphasizes that we cannot concoct a mean to a process for deliverance. It has to be given by the Lord Himself. And it's Krishna who actually is making all the arrangements, all the tricks for all of us to become delivered. So to be delivered from this entanglement. And He is so much eager for us to go back to that real identity, to express that real identity, go back to a loving relationship with Him. So He facilitates many things for us to get the benefit. And as Prabhupada said here, for example, Krishna Himself came to give us authorized process, the holy name, for as a process of deliverance in this age of Kali. Quite interesting point, for example, when Prabhupada mentioned in the purpose that the Gayatri mantra is another mantra given by the Lord that is for a specific people who is qualified, brahmanas, demigods. But in this age of Kali, we all share the same conditions. In this age of Kali, everybody is Sudra. So we need to have a process that rises up of our consciousness, and it has to be a powerful process, a powerful mantra. So Krishna Himself, in His form of Lord Chaitanya, came and is giving us this process, this mantra. If you can please sing with me this mantra. It's very powerful, it's very simple, but there is no other mantra more powerful than this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that is quite amazing. When I was trying to prepare the class, I thought, okay, let me organize some information, different books. But it's the complication of my mind. It's not. At the end, I realized it's no point to create more complex information about this chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, except to just glorify this mantra in a way that we can get the benefit and awaken in us the taste and also the enthusiasm to chant this Hare Krishna mantra. All of us here, devotees, practicing devotees, definitely are chanting Hare Krishna mantra in different ways. Most of you are initiated devotees. It has a bout of chanting 16 rounds daily. But for what I can see is almost everyone is chanting Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for doing that. But I thought perhaps we can explore a little bit what Rupa Goswami, or how Rupa Goswami glorified the Hare Krishna mantra. He wrote a beautiful song, the Kevalastakam. Have you heard about the Kevalastakam? The glorification to the holy name. So it would be beautiful if we can at least mention some of them in a way that we can appreciate more about the holy name. Those who have your mobile phone, if you can perhaps look for the Kevalastakam. It's a song written by Rupa Goswami about the glories of the holy name. So I'll start with the verse 1. Maduram madurevyopi mangalevyopi mangalam pavanam pavanevyopi harirnama eva kevalam harirnama eva kevalam. Translation. More sweet than the all sweet things, more auspicious than other auspicious things, the greatest purifier of all purifying things. The holy name of Sri Hare alone is everything. Text 2. Abrahmastava pajantam sarvamajamajam jagat satyam satyam punam satyam harirnama eva kevalam harirnama eva kevalam. The entire universe, from the exalted Brahma down to the lowest clump of grass, it is a product of the illusory energy of the Supreme Lord. The only thing that is real, reality again, I said reality. The holy name of Sri Hare alone is everything. Sagurum saipita tapim samata vandavo pisa saksayeche sadan smartum harirnama eva kevalam harirnama eva kevalam. That person is a true preceptor or a true father, a true mother, or a true friend, also only if they teach one to always remember the holy name of Sri Hare alone is everything. Nishvasera hivishvasa Kadarauto vavasyati kirtaniya mato valyat harirnama eva kevalam harirnama eva kevalam. There is no certainty when the last breath will come and put a abrupt halt to all one's material plans. Therefore, it is wise to always practice chanting from very childhood. The holy name of Sri Hare alone is everything. Hare sada vasetatra yatra bhagavata janam gajanti bhakti bhavena Harer nama eva kevalam Harer nama eva kevalam. Lord Hare eternally dwells in the place where true exalted spiritual advanced souls sing in the mood of pure devotion. The only name of Sri Hare alone is everything. Aho dukam mahadukam Dukkha dukkataram jata Kachartam vismitam ratnam Harer nama eva kevalam Harer nama eva kevalam. Aho! What a sorrow, what a great sorrow, more painful than any other misery in the world, mistaking it as a mere piece of glass. The people have forgotten this jewel. The holy name of Sri Hare alone is everything. Dajanta dijatan dijatan kano Nijatam niyatam bhaja Gijatam gijatam nityam Harer nama eva kevalam Harer nama eva kevalam. It should be heard again and again with one's ear. It should be uttered over and over with one's voice. It should be perpetually sung and sung anew. The holy name of Sri Hare alone is everything. Trinikiritya jagat sattvam Rayate sakalo param Chidananda majan sudam Harer nama eva kevalam Harer nama eva kevalam. It makes the entire universe seem insignificant as the blade of grass. It splendorously reigns supreme over all. It is full of eternally conscious divine ecstasy. It is supremely pure. The holy name of Sri Hare alone is everything. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. So, I thought this would be quite, perhaps motivating for all of us to appreciate this process of chanting Hare Krishna, the glories of the holy name. There is nothing more, nothing better than the holy name. It's said here, the name of Sri Hari alone, the Sri Hari alone is everything. It's everything, it's everything. Well, at this point, any questions, any comment? Anybody has a comment, question? Yes, Sylvia?
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for the nice class. Mataji, you mentioned how the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it purifies our consciousness. And you also mentioned that there's a mantra which only brahmanas and qualified persons chant. So does this mantra also purify the consciousness, and what does it do?
Yes, yes. The Gayatri mantra, your question is about Gayatri. Yes, the Gayatri mantra is given by the Lord himself. Actually, he said it's the original mantra. And the purpose of Gayatri mantra is to provide or giving the opportunity of deliverance. That means purifying the consciousness of the living entity. And deliverance from what? We were mentioning before, debido a misconception, a wrong understanding of our identity. We live based on the bodily conception of life. That is the way, because of that, we experience miseries. So by chanting mantras like the Gayatri mantra, it gives us the opportunity to clear up that misconception, give a clear understanding, clear perspective of reality, purifying the consciousness. So this is the purpose of chanting Gayatri mantra. But we said that, as Prabhupada also mentioned, the Gayatri mantra is given to those who are qualified, or they show some qualities. So in that way, it's for specific people, and it has to be given and authorized. But Lord Chaitanya sees more. So he doesn't want to give just to the benefit of getting purification of the consciousness or getting deliverance, just a few group or a few people, selected people. So he opened the door for something more that was powerful, but accessible to everybody. For that is the mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That is not just another mantra. That is also very important for us to realize. It's not just understanding, but also realizing. The Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is not just a mantra given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is Krishna himself, in his form of sound vibration, the purest. So Krishna and his names are the same, there is no difference. So this is the most powerful mantra. And also the most important thing is this accessible to everybody. That answers your question? Yeah? Any other question? Prabhu has a comment? Question? Comment. Yeah, please.
Ed, thank you very much. As you were saying, attitude of gratitude. We have to be grateful to Lord for giving us chance to serve Him. That should be our aim.
Beautiful. Yes, yes, Prabhu. As we saw in this verse, the knowledge, understanding our identity like Lord Brahma, he knows, okay, we are part and parcel of God, so immediately we have the humble attitude. We become submissive to the Lord, and if we want to ask something with humble attitude, also will come gratitude. Those are quite connected qualities. They don't go separately.
Right.
If you are humble, naturally will become grateful too. Yeah? So That is, thank you for pointing out that also, very important. And also in our interaction among devotees, it should go that, it should be in that way too, because what is the purpose of Krishna consciousness movement is when Prabhupada found ISKCON, we have the 7 principles in ISKCON, yeah? One of them is to create a place, environment where everybody can come and help each other to practice this process. So the idea in our interaction among devotees is that we need to foster the cultivation of the chanting Hare Krishna, getting spiritual knowledge, not because we are more than others, it's just to help each other to awaken that natural constitution, natural position of all of us, and in this way, Krishna will be pleased. So why, for example, ISKCON is created is to give the environment, the favorable environment for everybody to cultivate the spiritual knowledge. And the purpose, for example, the festival today, that we start today, Julan Yatra, that is giving us the opportunity to all of us to take advantage the opportunity to serve the Lord in association of devotees, helping each other to create a favorable, beautiful atmosphere where the Lord can come and feel happy with our service. So the Julan, for example, is that the description of the Julan Yatra pastime. It's what Prabhupada gave us the description also in the Krishna book, but in details in Gopal Champu, Kavikarna Pune, yeah, no, Gopal Champu is Jiva Goswami. Oh, sorry. Yes, Mataji. Okay. So in Gopal Champu is a more detailed description about the Julan Yatra pastime. Sorry, I forgot the author of Gopal Champu. Jiva Goswami, yeah? Yeah, right, yeah. So, you are right. So, Ananda Vrindavan Champu is the book that describes the Julan Yatra. So, it's Kavikarna Pune who is giving more details, some details, revealing more at this confidential pastime. And thank you again, Mataji, thank you. The idea is that all the residents of Vrindavan, especially gopis and the gopas, they associate directly with Krishna and Srimati Radharani, but the point of the leelas, of activities, is always oriented in one principle. The main principle is to bring together Radha and Krishna. So facilitating, fostering the loving pastimes between Radha and Krishna. So all the gopas and gopis, they work together with that purpose. And the Julan Yatra, it's nicely organized with the gopis working together, decorating the Jula, and the gopas trying to bring Krishna along to get the opportunity to meet Radharani, even Krishna, in order to get Radharani closer to him. When they are swinging on the Julan, Krishna sometimes decided to do it faster or even higher, and with the purpose that Radharani can get afraid or scared, and then she will embrace him because she doesn't want to fall. So it's said that when the swinging part, the ups and downs, it's compared to the difficulties, the ups and downs in our life. But these ups and downs has the purpose for Radharani to get closer to Krishna, to embrace Krishna. So for us, the living entities is also the ups and downs, the difficulties on our life experience, is to bring us closer to Krishna, to ask for help. Like the demigods here, Lord Brahma and all the demigods are in a very difficult moment, difficult times. So what they go is to ask for help to the Lord. The same way for us. So when today, for example, when we will swing the Lord in the evening at 7 o'clock, let's meditate in this way. So try to help to Radha and Krishna be together, facilitating that loving pastime, and also us as a spiritual soul trying to go close to Krishna, because all of us, without exception, we have difficulties in life. Nobody can say, my life is so beautiful, no problem at all. So the purpose of this material existence is that we need to face difficulties in a way that we realize that this is not our home. And how to become delivered from this place is just in connection of being engaged in a loving relationship with God. And it's a method of a process that Krishna gave us, like Prabhu is doing now, chanting Hare Krishna. So that is the process for this age. So I'll stop here. So if anybody wants to do or give a comment or question, I will appreciate. Otherwise, oh yes, Mataji, you have a question.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for the nice explanation on Julan. You mentioned nicely that it's a pastime for bringing everyone together. I was just trying to ask you to share some thoughts on the Govardhan pastime also, because Govardhan pastime also Krishna arranges, so everyone comes together, here and there they are, so they all come and stay together for 7 days and 7 nights. Is it 7 days? I don't know, I can't remember, but together. Yeah. So could you just share some of your thoughts on these two? Thank you, Madhu.
What comes to my mind, thank you for the question. What comes to my mind is especially these pastimes, and when devotees and Krishna, as you said nicely, come together. It's more like we cannot independently associate with Krishna. We cannot serve Krishna alone. We can try, but it's not sustainable. Even for chanting Hare Krishna, we can try at home, we can try to do in the forest, but we won't be able to succeed. It's said that for the success on the spiritual practice, we need the association of devotees. Because through the association of devotees, we can get the strength, the encouragement, the conviction, and will be strengthened. A conviction of practicing the process, our relationship with Krishna, our faith in Krishna, and the process will increase. So only through the association of devotees we can serve better to Krishna and also get the benefit. And it's not by chance that Krishna is fostering that. In the Govardhan pastime, as you said, Krishna nicely organized a way that everybody can come together and help each other. Again, as we mentioned before, Prabhupada created ISKCON with the purpose of everybody can get the benefit of practicing Krishna consciousness. So we help each other. I was in my research yesterday trying to prepare for the class about the holy name of chanting Hare Krishna. I come across some information like qualities, requirements that we need to cultivate for chanting Hare Krishna in a sustainable manner. Well, the main point is, as we know, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is He's the giver of the process, and He is also the giver of the giving. He is giving us tips, secrets, open secrets, how we can practice this process in a successful manner. The cultivation of attitude of humility. But how we can cultivate humility by being alone? Is possible? No. So the only way how we can cultivate humility is in association of devotees, in association with people. So this, even for chanting Hare Krishna, we need to do it in association of devotees. Basically it's what comes to my mind, I would say. There is more intricacies in the past time about Govardhan, but what is coming from my heart is glorifying the opportunity to be in association devotees as a priority for the success of our spiritual life, and the main need as well, and we need to honor that, because it's not ordinary getting the opportunity to associate a devotee, getting devotees around. Sometimes we take it for granted. We even misbehave when we are in connection with devotees. So we need to appreciate more this great opportunity if we want to be successful in the practice of our sadhana, our spiritual activities. We need to respect and value appropriately the association of devotees. Rupa Goswami, for example, in the Nectar of Instruction, in the very beginning of the book, posed the question, what is more important, the process of association of devotees? Could you please help me to answer what is the answer to this question? Association of devotees, yes. Because by the good association of devotees, we will be able to practice the process and get the success on that. So let's honor and respect the association of devotees. Yes, thank you so much for your attention. Granted us Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Vanchakalpataruyascha kripa sindhuvya eva cha, patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Natakoti Vaishnavanda ki jai.